Okay, good morning, folks, and welcome to the Smokecast. I'm Radu, your host, and I'm here with the managers of Team Raiders, Raiza. Hello, good
What's up,
morning.
everyone?
How are you? Introduce yourself. Say something.
Hello, I'm Raiza, the managers of Team Raiders. I've been managing the Raiders since 2021,
Yeah, it's fourth
so
time
it's
now.
been a while.
Yeah, with
Uh,
a with a fourth time in a row. Do you even feel the pressure on draft day before week one, or in this time period at all, or is it just like a walk in the park for you?
at this point, I look forward to SPL draft. I think it's one of the highlights of the year for me.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's like one of the funniest days.
And with this year, this SPL, we've had one new addition, which is the third manager. You have been managing with tricking for every year now, and you've kind of built a legacy for yourselves by now. And now you've added Paolo the 99 to the team. What did he bring to the table that kind of made you want to have him on the team? What made you pick him as the third manager?
Yeah, so Paolo might look like an unconventional choice because most of the other teams choose like a pretty broken third manager, while Paolo is pretty unknown to most tournament players. But I've seen Paolo manage a lot of unofficial team tournaments, and he's done really well during the past years. So we mainly wanted to give him a chance, also a chance to prove himself and learn how managing a big tournament is like.
I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do. He looked pretty comfortable in the draft too, so I have confidence in him. Now, talking about the team at hand, even before the auction, you guys, unlike past years, did not do any retains. Do you think this kind of holds you back compared to opposing teams who had very broken retains? Or do you think since you guys are good drafters with a lot of experiences, this allows you more flexibility during the draft?
I think it's a bit of both, but honestly, we had never drafted with full money before, so we were pretty excited to try an auction without retains. Gives you a lot of flexibility. In fact, this year we managed to get 3 pretty big buys from the start, which I don't think we would have been allowed to do if we had other big retains. But
Yeah,
retains are always good. So.
I'm pretty sure Sky Penguin, you got him for 26.5.
Yeah.
It's 1.5 less than he would have gotten reading for.
Yeah, you can treat him like as a retain.
Yeah. But were you confident, was he part of your plan? Were you thinking, yeah, he's going to be less than a retain, or was it just something that happened during the auction?
I mean, Scapemi was one of our top options along with Serpi. I mean, those are they were 2 of our planned buys, but I don't really do specific plans anymore. I like adapting during the draft. I have lists with price ranges, and if a player goes for a good price, I get him. Though at the start of the auction, we like spending a bit more because we feel like you need to secure the best players, otherwise you don't have anyone to spend on.
You like improvising a lot.
Yeah, but the main thing is securing best players early on. And
was there a player that you really would have wanted to get but was just too expensive?
Let me see. I mean, Scapengui and Serpi were the ones we wanted to get, and we got them. Other people we were planning to get. I saw Panni was going for very low, so we upbid him because we knew the winners were gonna spend on him. Yeah. But if they left Panni to us, we'll be fine.
Yeah, you've had him back in last edition.
We won SPL with him too. Rest of the big buys, not really, but I guess Megan too, but he went for a really high price. And I guess Felix for every Y, but we ended up getting Serp.
Yeah, you've had a lot of repeat players. I know Alice has been with you for a while, and you've gotten Sky Penguin, and a lot of. Do you ever feel like you're not branching out a lot, and you're kind of standing in your comfort zone, or is that kind of like a strength of yours that you've built such a franchise that it's it strengthens your bond and makes you play better?
Yeah, I mean, you could say we don't branch out, but it's also a strength in a way. Like I know these players are gonna perform hopefully this time too. And in a way, we kind of branched out because we also got Michael this year. It's a new addition. Also, all the cheap buys under 10k this year were new buys.
Yeah,
Apart from Malice, I think. So I'm happy that I'm gonna team with a lot of new people anyway.
Yeah, let's get more into what the general image of the auction was like. What do you think the pools that were the most challenging to play in for this year? Like the tiers that had, less players or just had a lot of good players and just didn't know where to go with?
So in general, my take is that there were a lot of very good cheap buys in every tier. In fact, a lot of people didn't even get bought, despite being very good.
Yeah.
But the problem was the absence of a lot of very good like big buys or elite players. That's why we wanted to secure Sky Penguin and Serpi as soon as possible. Then, as far as pools go, I would say black and white because it was one of the weaker pools, in my opinion. So getting a good player there was gonna be important, and Monai was one of our best options because I've played him in recent tournaments and he beat me or put up a very good fight. So I feel like he will do well.
Team Raiders has been one of the teams with the best black-white slots in like the past few years, so I'm looking forward to see what you and Monai are going to be able to cook up in there. And during the auction, would you think there were a lot of like surprises, or like what were the biggest surprises that you had during the auction?
I would say this year, not really big surprises in early auction. Most of the people went for for a right price. Surprises were mostly mid to late auctions. Late auction, a lot of people didn't get drafted, or a lot of good players went for 3k. I'd say even our team, they left us Lavre at 3k. I think, he has been positive in DPP, always puts up decent records. Also, I've seen PDT 10k, that's a pretty big steal. I was surprised. LPZ went for 4.5.
That's crazy.
Or 3.5. That's
insane.
That's a winner. I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of surprises late in the draft because a lot of teams spent a lot of money early. So at the end, they only really had like 3k or 4k to spend on players.
Yeah, a lot of actually 3Ks on your team. I think I've counted half of your team was 3Ks. Is there someone besides your team, or even in your team, some newcomers to SPL that you're excited to watch?
Okay, so I guess it's not really a newcomer, and he didn't really go for 3k, but I'm really excited to see how Prince will do after a lot of years on the sidelines. On my team, Blazing Dark played last SPL, but I feel like he improved. It's gonna be good if he plays PLC for us. Then BHKG on the bigs was someone we tried out and was really, really strong. So I feel like it'd be exciting, and he also brought very cool teams. Mielke on the winners, I don't think he's gonna start, but he was one of the best ADV players we tried out. So I feel like it will be exciting if he plays. Metallic on the Tyrants. There's a lot of cool people that
it'll be an exciting season.
Yeah.
Now, talking about the Raiders as a whole, is there something you want, as you've been building this story, this legacy with you guys, and where do you want this to evolve? What kind of franchise, what kind of brand do you want to associate with Raiders this season?
Yeah, I'd say that differently from other teams, Raiders, other than the Italian energy, they don't really have a a specific personality. I mean, I'd say they are hard to identify usually because we don't really go for like jerk drafts or only by friends. Like we mostly try to buy the best players we think they are in the pools. So, but we also try to keep in mind that the team needs to have a sort of synergy. So we try to not buy players that, for example, we know we hate each other or will not work well together.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but this means it's also a bit hard to build a brand or an identity for the team. Although we are buying, we did buy Sky Penguin and Serpi, who were on with us the previous years too.
I'd say the team does have itself a bit of a brand, even if it's not a very definite one. Now, about SPL as a whole, what's the number one storyline that you'll be following this season?
Storylines. I wish Manat got bought so I could follow his business play more. That was it's always one of the best storylines, but this year it will be hard, unfortunately.
Hey, that could have been you who bought him.
Yeah, but Johan is the GOAT. Get him. Yeah, I guess Tyrants are always fun to follow. And also, I mean, the bigs. I predicted that before the tournament, if the bigs got a good management core, they could have made the playoffs or been a team that people want to play for. So it seems like my prediction for now is correct.
You think
they also make playoffs?
You think they're a threatening team? Who do you think are the most threatening teams, the strongest that you're not afraid to face, but you're kind of looking forward even?
Yeah, I didn't really look too much into it, but I think Tigers and Ruiners on paper are the best teams, but I think nowadays you rarely see very bad drafts. I think any team can win. Mostly depends how the season unfolds. I mean, the bigs can be good too, and they have a lot of support on the management, and the lineup is good. I mean, every lineup is pretty decent.
All right, that's all for me. So thank you for all the questions and good luck in the season.
Thank you for the interview.
Bye.
Bye.